level overtaken the whole pitching profession?
Well, there's no question about it, and this is truly, without question, the age of power pitching. We've never seen these velocities, and I think the doctor makes a great point. That the fact that the ligament can only handle, you can train your muscles and you can train your cardio, but you can't train ligaments, and the speed that this is happening. And when you look at again into the biomechanics and think about the fact that right at the beginning of the acceleration phase, the ball almost comes to a complete stop. And from a point of a time frame of 0.03 seconds, that ball is accelerated from 0 to close to 100 miles an hour with these power pitchers. And I remember at one point talking to a doctor of physics, and he said, "Rick, do you know what that means in G-forces?" And I said, "I have no idea." He said, "If your entire body was accelerated at that rate of speed for 60 seconds, you would die. You couldn't handle that acceleration phase." So when you look at what's happening with the tendon, and the tendon being able to withstand that kind of speed and forces, I mean, it's just off the charts. And I agree totally that the power pitchers, I think that we're seeing that they need that more, that 15, 16, 17, 18 months, for that full recovery.
Joel Ginnivan, as a student, and truly a student of the biomechanics and of the profession of pitching, this is front and center a hot button issue, is it not?
It totally is, and it's really become epidemic without question.
Why?
Well, I think there's several reasons. Number one, when you take a look at the biomechanical model and you look at the measurements in the delivery, the number one red flag measurement that will lead to potential injury, according to Dr. Andrews and Dr. Fleisig in their studies at ASMI, is the arm position at foot contact. And typically what you see, if the palm is facing straight down at foot contact and maybe the elbow even higher, you're very late. Your arm is late to get in that position, and you're putting an enormous strain on that elbow. And it's the timing of the delivery, and that's one of the major things that we focus on from a coaching standpoint to get the delivery on time. It's not only the movements in sync, and having good movements, but also having them on time at foot contact, because that's the most critical measurement of all.
Are a lot of pitchers being coached and instructed, even at an early age, incorrectly?
I would say without question. We've been involved with the company 3P Sports. We've partnered with Dr. Andrews and ASMI to do biomechanical analysis to get 14 critical measurements of amateur pitching. And then, of course, MLB has an initiative right now, Pitch Smart, which is also critical to educate the amateur level, because one of the other major factors that you see when they enter into professional baseball, especially the higher draft picks out of high school and college, and they get MRIs and they do an analysis of their pitching arm at that time, many of them have micro tears already. I mean, the beginning of this Tommy John surgery has already started as they enter into professional baseball.
Joel, what do you